All right, what's going on, folks? This is Matt here for Darkwing Linux Tech and Gaming, where we talk about the fusion of Linux technology and gaming. So the new Steam Deck killer is launching here shortly, and that is the ROG Ally. That this is gonna be a really short video and a really short take on it. Every OEM that has ever done hardware makes terrible fucking software. Always, all the time. Doesn't matter. Terrible fucking software. Any OEM that has tried making overlays for Windows, the software support kind of fades away. It just goes away. It just stops. So anytime I see any of these companies make this announcement or like try to do these skins and stuff on Windows, I'm just like, yeah, this is probably going to be really bad. And 99% of the time, it's usually bad. Second problem that I have with this particular device, it's not spec. Honestly, spec, cool, whatever. I don't give a shit about the specs. At some point in my life, I stopped caring about specs. It's about the experience. And generically, because OEMs suck at software, the experience of using a device like this is going to be fucking terrible. This is why I much prefer something like the Steam Deck or the Switch or whatever. It's a dedicated device with a shipping thought process behind it. It's a shipping product idea. They're shipping this as and selling this as it's a portable gaming PC, and it's like, cool, but when you launch it at probably over $999.99, given that it's an ROG device, you're gonna price this device out of a lot of people's end of the spectrum from what I'm seeing, because the Steam Deck hits that even at the baseline, hits that right price point of like performance to price ratio that people like. If that wasn't the case, then why the fuck would the Switch be as popular as it was? It's not because it's just a drop and play device, and it sure shit ain't because it's powerful. I mean, you're running on a 2016 like mid-range smartphone processor still. This wouldn't be able to compete with that if that wasn't have some type of value to people, even at $350 or $300, whatever. That's the thing. The Switch and other Nintendo consoles and even PlayStation consoles and Xbox consoles have all shown that power doesn't mean shit. Support, games, and an actual feeling that the product is worth the money. This thing right here behind it, the PS3, when I bought that, that's one of the OG PS3s. That was not worth the $600 back in 2006 that I paid for it until almost the end of the life cycle, because now behind all those PS4 games, there's a bunch of PS3 games that I love, but it took until the end of the fucking life cycle to get them. Same with the Wii U. Not worth like what you got from a support perspective for that device. And Valve, at least over the last year, has shown with constant updates to the device that they're supporting this. Can ROG, Asus say the same? Oh, well, it runs Windows, so it's be supported. What about the software? How long is that going to be supported? Until they say, oh, we don't support it? Because the nice thing with the deck, do what you will with it. Like the experience on one is going to be vastly different than the experience on the other, because one is an appliance mentality taken to it. The other is going to be as past is shown, a overlay on a system that doesn't do overlays well and is not going to be a great user experience. And Windows has enough of UX problems as it is that make it a bad user experience. And I'm not talking about my issues with Windows. I'm just talking about from a user perspective. So unless these guys somehow get this shit right, and they can justify that close to $1,000 price tag because it's an ROG device, then this is probably going to be a DOA kind of device. But if it sells gangbusters, cool, because I like competition in the space, and somebody beyond the kind of niche players of like IA Neo and GPD and 1X. But I'm calling this kind of a DOA device as far as appeal, because of just how the software usually works out, because it's a hardware company doing software, and because they're probably going to price it on most people's willingness to spend on. And that's really what matters.